So,
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a
Hey,
Q.
Froggy.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Tuesday, January 8th, 2019. And if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it, folks. Take a minute to subscribe, like, share, comment. Take a look at after you subscribe, maybe toggle the switch to work with you and your device. That way it'll alert you once you get a video. Once we put a video out, you get the alert. All right, whether that's vibrating, ringing, your alarms are going to go off on your device. All right, so check that out and just make sure that they haven't unsubscribed you. We get a lot of complaints of not getting the alerts. It's probably not a truly tested system, or they're playing with it. All right, so some people say they never have any problems, but we like to warn you that they're playing games. They really are. Okay, so today, right now, we got an article here. Julian Assange finally clears the air, vindicates Jerome Corsi, Roger Stone, Don Jr., at least from the Russia collusion claim, all right? For some time now, Special Counsel Robert Mueller and his team of investigators have continuously harassed James Corsi, Roger Stone over the claims that they are colluding with Russia and had contact with Julian Assange. Turns out the claim is false, as Assange recently released an official denial stating that there was no contact between him, Stone, Corsi, Manafort, Don Jr. during the release of the Podesta emails. So the official denial by Assange, these defamation efforts have reached a new nadir with a recent front page fabrication from the Guardian newspaper, which falsely claimed that Julian Assange had multiple secret meetings with Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort, right down to made-up description of a ladder's pants at the fabricated meeting. In a false and defamatory to suggest that it's all false and defamatory to suggest that Julian Assange has ever met or communicated with Paul Manafort. Then WikiLeaks had this to say on its own Twitter account. It is false and defamatory to suggest that WikiLeaks or Julian Assange privately provided information about its then pending 2016 U.S. election related publications to any outside party, including Nigel Farage, Roger Stone, Jerome Corsi, Donald Trump Jr., Michael Flynn Jr., Cambridge Analytica, or Rebecca Mercer. It is defamatory because it falsely imputes that Julian Assange acted without integrity in his role as editor of WikiLeaks, associates with criminals, or has committed a crime. Full doc, WikiLeaks legal letter of media myths and falsehoods in the news today has unsurprisingly leaked. So we got the complete stack up of files right there. All right, so Julian Assange finally clears the air. And the other one I wanted to get into was this right here. New massive evidence links Benghazi attack to Clinton Foundation. Hillary's illegal arms dealing uncovered. The following set of tweets you're about to see were uncovered by a former law enforcement officer by the name of Roscoe B. Davis. Could it be possible that General Flynn was attacked because he knows too much? So here, Roscoe B. On July 25th of 2012, Taliban fighters in Kunar province, Afghanistan, successfully targeted a U.S. Army CH-47 helicopter with a new generation Stinger missile. The terrorists didn't properly arm the missile, so it didn't explode. It only downed the chopper. Excuse me. The next day, an explosive ordnance disposal team, EOD, arrived to pick up through the wreckage and found unexploded pieces of the missile casing that could only be belonging to a new generation Stinger missile. Lodged in the right nacelle, they found one fragment that contained an entire serial number. This one came on January 2nd, so that was January 2nd. Later on, the stringer tracked back to a lot that had been signed out by the CIA, part of the same lot that the CIA turned over to the Quaters in early 2011. Weapons Hillary Clinton's State Department intended for Gaddafi forces in Libya through a contact of John McCain named Mark Turry. Turry threatened to spill the beans when the CIA started coming after him wanting answers, and they framed him up on a bogus weapons charge and then trying to ruin him. People are asking, who is Mark Turry? Well, meet Mark Turry. Mark Turry is from Phoenix, Arizona, and was a neighbor of John McCain. McCain, who has been on the Senate Arms Committee for years, helped Turry secure billions in arms contracts with the DoD. Then Clinton and McCain came up with a plan to arm Al-Qaeda to get them to overthrow Gaddafi. Things got out of hand and went south quickly. All right, won't play. Things got out of hand and went south quickly. Don't know what ace in the hole Mark Turry had in the hole that kept Mark Turry, kept him alive, but it must be good because in Obama's last few days in office, they dropped all charges on Turry and he walked on all charges. It is nothing new for us to arm bad guys. It's been done time after time. Just ask Ollie North. But it's usually a CIA effort, but they exposed the idea from the very beginning because of the high risk involved in arming insurgents with powerful weapons that endanger civilian aircraft. Here we go, January 2nd again. But HRC had a big payday coming and could care less. She never flew commercially anyway. Clinton still wanted to proceed because she wanted to overthrow Gaddafi on the cheap. Those containers in Qatar that were delivered on the docks from Tursi's shipment delivered between 50 and 60 of those same stingers to the Taliban in early 2012. And an additional 200 SA-24 IGLA-S SAMs. Now, HRC put Stevens in the position to having to clean up the scandalous enterprise when it became clear that the insurgents actually were Al-Qaeda, the same group that attacked the consulate and ended up killing Stevens. Sean Smith, CIA contractors Tyrone Woods, and Glenn Doherty. Immediately, HRC tried to use the cover story on why they were attacked, then it fell flat on its face. Susan Rice hit the Sunday shows with the spontaneous protest because of a video story that blew up in their faces. Most people ignored the Benghazi hearings, thinking it was all about lying on whether or not the attack originated about a damn video. That's all the MSN wanted to talk about. No, it was about why in the hell Stevens was even in Benghazi in the first place. What's the desperate need to send him into a hostile, unstable situation in diplomacy in Benghazi? We had no boots on the ground, only CIA contractors monitoring the situation there. Stevens showing up to set a makeshift embassy in virtually non-secure facility. For what? The spread of the voice of freedom and goodwill. BS. WikiLeaks blew the lid off of it and people started connecting the dots. HRC was neck deep in illegal arms dealing to our enemies, fast and furious on the international scale. McCain and HRC were scapegoating Turry to cover their tracks. Chris Stevens became the official U.S. liaison to the Libyan opposition. He first entered Benghazi on April 5th of 2011, joined by a USAID team. USAID team? How about some damn Marines? Who's neck deep in U.S. aid, and there still are to this day, the Clinton Foundation. In the 13-hour standoff in Benghazi, multiple stand-down orders from HRC, response teams changing in and out of uniforms multiple times, U.S. SEC officer Eric Nordstrom twice requested additional security for the mission in Benghazi from the State Department, but requests were denied. U.S. Army Commando unit was sent in to Naval Air Station Sigonella in Sicily. I've been there. Italy, the night of the attack, but did not deploy to Benghazi. State Department claimed the team did not arrive at Sigonella until after the attack was over, Only later did we find out that was a lie too. So after a 13-hour standoff, why did it take 23 days to allow FBI investigators in to gather forensics? What were they hiding at the State Department level? What were all the official communications, the emails? Better yet, where are the stingers and the balance of the SA-24s? So think about that, folks. Again, this is unbelievable. So we're going to get all these backstories that we were lied to. The official narratives were, again, fostered, put up just to make people look good. People that... And, you think all these years, it's just like, okay, they do something wrong. They made a mistake. They're going to try to cover it up. This is like they know they're doing wrong. They're doing crazy, treasonous things. And then their whole covering it up is part of their guise. This is all well thought out. And then even if you try to push back and dig real deep, it's hard to find facts out because everything is so compartmentalized in the paperwork and either redacted or they set up all the plausible deniabilities. Like we said, it's never the people that we accuse of doing stupid things. They have so many people in between, contractors, random just people with the label of contractor, and they're the fall guys every time. That's the biggest thing, is getting somebody else to do something for you. And then when it comes back to blame you, it ends up going on that guy that you had set up, propped up to take all the heat. These people think everything out. If you don't think they do, you guys got your heads in the sand. All right, just wanted to bring you those couple of articles. We're hitting our little... Like to keep some of these updates short and sweet for everybody out there to get good bits of information fast and reliable. And we'll be back with more. Again, we're going live this evening for the Trump speaking to the nation over the immigration and other issues that he has. That'll be on the Patriot Tech if we can get a successful link. So join us. Again, find the Patriot Tech channel on YouTube. Get subscribed. And look for more videos here later on throughout the day. Again, God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you worldwide. And we'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour Update video.